Hello and welcome everyone to the Little Craft Show. My name is Eileen, aka Eileen the Little Craft. Additional information about this show and my podcast show, Arts Cuts and Everything in Between, can be found on my website, eileenthelittlecraft.com. As you can see, I am making a unicorn shirt with iron-on vinyl. Right now, I am using the canvas feature, which you can see on the right-hand side on the bottom. I'm also uploading a file. I'm also going to be uploading one file from Etsy and the other file is from being a Patreon of Auntie Tay's. It says beauty is beauty and brain, sorry. Um, so at this time I realized that this particular file may not be what I need since I am using a black shirt. I forgot that this was a PNG file, and normally with PNG files what you would have to do in order to get it to cut in different like layers or colors. If you're going to do a print and cut file, you would have to use the slice feature with your shapes. I'm also trying to maybe hide contour to see if that would work, but then I realized, okay, that's not working. This is just a waste of time. So, but I figured I'll leave it in there so that you guys can learn from my mistake. So then I just click on the blackout file or the cut file, and there from there I just go in. Well, I just take the little I click the little, what is that? I click the little scissors icon and I start just picking out colors that I want, um, and that would show up better and nicely onto the shirt. And it's kind of time consuming, but you know, it works. I'm also trying to pick colors that I asked my niece that she would like on her unicorn because, I figured I would make it as personalized as possible. And at this point, I think I forgot one of the colors. I'm like, wait, was there another color? So yeah, so I'm just like thinking about it and looking. I actually had like a list on my phone that. So at this point, I'm just figuring out what color do I want the inside of the ears. I kind of wanted like to use a brown, but I didn't know which brown to use. I was thinking, oh, do I want to use the cream or do I want to use a darker brown? So this is decisions. So yeah, I don't wind up using Beauty and Brains because it doesn't cut out properly. The little tails and the bows also did not come out properly. The cheeks, one of the cheeks, unfortunately, had like some type of tear in it, so I had to wind up cutting that off. But you'll see that later in the video. I figured I would fast forward this. If you guys want to see something like this again in the less fast forward mode, let me know in the comments down below. So yeah, so like I'm just figuring out what colors I want. I didn't want the rainbow to have, I mean, not the rainbow. I didn't want it, I wanted it to be kind of rainbowish, but also different colors so you can know which one, like which feature is which. And I thought the gray eyelashes looked a lot better than the pink ones. Since I didn't want it to be overly pink, even though I know she likes the color pink, but I was like, I don't know. Or overly blue, whatever the case may be. Anyways, so that is what I will be doing. So I'm picking out a nice, I think that's a fuchsia. I'm not too sure. So I'm right clicking it, and by accident I hit attach. You don't want to hit attach. You want to hit group, and then you want to hit flatten. Um, so you want to click over your image, and at this point I'm kind of making sure that it's flattened, and I'm just going to size it up to the mock-up canvas. By the way, that canvas, you can size it, like let's say if you want to make a t-shirt, you can use for adults, a women's shirt, kids, babies, and so that's really helpful in terms of that. So at this point, I had to run and go do something, so I decided that I was just gonna, what is this? Um, let's just save it. So I'm gonna also put the video in regular speed because I have a lot to talk about on this particular whatchamacallit, and I kind of feel like a rush. So I'm using transfer tape. I do not believe that this particular transfer tape was heat safe. So when I put it down onto, the time that I thought that it may need, because when I looked up printable vinyl on the Cricut website, for the heat press, I didn't see it. So I picked something. I picked a cotton setting, um, and it was 305 for 30 minutes. I probably should have used the light setting. Maybe that would have been better. Not 100% sure. So at this point, I didn't realize it was a wrinkle, and I wind up tearing one of the cheeks. So I had to take out the cheeks, and so I was really disappointed about that because it made it really cute. But I mean, it's still a cute image without it, so it is what it is. So like I said, you don't see that part because I'm kind of looking at it up close, and it's off site of the the camera as well. I also wind up having to turn off my lights, so if the film gets a little darker, I apologize about that. The lights, I think my lights were destroying too much power against the Cricut, uh, not the Cricut, the Easy Press. And so I was like, okay, I don't want to chip a fuse or blow a fuse or whatever the case may be. So I was like, yeah, let me just turn this off to make sure that, you know, it is what it is. Like, make sure that I don't trip or blow out a fuse or something. Anyways, so I'm just cutting it out, making sure that I'm being very careful not to cut into the eyelashes because at this point I'm like, I do not want anything wrong. There's been like 3 things that went wrong. First, it was the beauty and brains did not cut out properly. And then it was the little tails and the bows that just, I don't know what happened with that. And now the cheeks. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to try and be as careful as possible. And at this point, I'm going to go turn off the lights because they're kind of like coming in and out. And it was freaking me out really badly. I have not used my my Easy Press in the studio. So the lighting is different than when I use it upstairs or at my sister's house because that's, the only time that I've used it at this point. Um, so yeah, so like I said, I got really freaked out. I turned off the lights. So again, I apologize that this is so dark. And yeah, even in the middle of like, I think it was like in the afternoon, it's still kind of dark in the studio. That's the reason why I need so many lights on for filming because it's just, it is what it is. Anyway, so I'm moving everything out the way. So now I'm fast forwarding all this stuff. So I kind of ironed the shirt, like I said, I iron it. You also want to take the shirt after you're done, and you want to iron it to make sure that it's what do you call it fusing properly. What I should have probably did was use the Teflon sheet or a Cricut the Cricut Teflon sheet, the little white one that they have, instead of, I probably should have varnished it onto the image uh, onto the shirt and then use the Teflon sheet or some type of heat protected covering. And so I flipped it over, and now I am going to make sure that the shirt is all done. So thank you for watching, and bye for now.